So how about we'll start from that. If you can give us an overview of, you know, the IT, whether it's infrastructure or whether it's an industry.
Sure.
Wherever you feel like. You can just take 5 minutes.
Sure.
Tell us as much as you like about the IT situation in Palestine.
First, my name is Ghassan Al-Jamal. Right now I work with the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Previously I used to work in the IT sector for 11 years. That's why I know more than the minister.
Good.
So basically, if you want to talk about the IT sector in Palestine, I would say that there are two main areas, which is IT and software development, and then communications. And in communications, I mean, you know, the internet connectivity, the internet services, the mobile networks, cellular networks. So, and with software development, there are internally now two main streams. One is outsourcing, where companies, you know, work with overseas companies to outsource services, to provide outsourcing services for products, for you know, business services and back office operations. And the other trend or the other mainstream is product development.
Like application development?
Application development for you know, financial applications, you know, CRM, you know, all these big applications, software applications, and even desktop applications. Now, with regard to communications, right now Palestine, back in 2005, we introduced the first ADSL service. And ADSL, you know, the high-speed internet.
Yes, yeah, of course. You mean for the first time ever in Palestine?
For the first time ever in Palestine, it was in 2005, May 2005. And since then, we have 100,000 subscribers in the country, mainly provided by one company, which was the monopoly, back until 2007.
So is it 100,000 subscribers or accounts?
Subscribers means not users, subscribers.
Accounts,
yes.
Yeah.
With regard to users,
I know in the villages they get one ADSL and then the whole.
Then they distribute it, right? Yeah. You're 100% right. So that's why we distinguish between subscribers and accounts and users. With regard to users, in Palestine we have more than, I would say, at least 500,000 users of internet. Whether household users using internet in internet cafes and the universities and their work, so around 500,000, 500,000. But we have 100,000 ADSL subscribers, and similar number with you know, the old dial-up services, the old low-speed services.
Modems.
Yeah, the modems, exactly, the old PSTN. With regard to mobile subscribers, right now we have two companies. We started with one, with around 1.8 million subscribers. Now we have a new entrant, which started back in November 2009, last year. They've been in operation for 3 or 4 months right now. So right now we have around 2 million mobile subscribers in the country.
At the moment?
At the moment.
It's with both Jawad and...
Exactly, Jawad and Wataniya, which is the new entrant. Now, the new trend in the IT industry here, it's outsourcing, providing outsourcing services. And several companies are working with some of the multinationals, such as Cisco, Microsoft, HP, and Apple, Google. So those giants now, they're tapping into the IT industry in Palestine on several levels. Cisco might be, you know, the first and one of the biggest companies who have activities in the Palestinian sector. HP now is working with two companies, Microsoft They intend to start a new center for them in Ramallah. Apple, Google, and other giants, they're working with Palestinian sector in general, or even with Palestinian enterprises.
The outsourcing services, is it?
Mainly software outsourcing.
But is it all? It's all private sector.
It's all private sector.
Without any, does it? The ministry, does it encourage it? Does it support it? Are there any programs that anybody is pushing to develop this market?
Till now, the ministry haven't touched really on IT. The main concern of the ministry used to be, or still is, the communication sector, regulating the telecom sector.
So
because there's where the money is.
Yeah.
The big bucks and the monopoly.
Yeah.
Paltel, who's been the monopoly for the past 15 years, I know, I would say it prevented a lot of entrepreneurs from starting new businesses, especially in the wireless communications, voice over IP communications, long distance calls, and even internet provisioning, like ADSL and other services. So the main concern of the ministry used to be, or still is, regulating the market to allow for more entrants, more companies to come to the market to invest. So quality of service would rise and prices would drop.
Yes.
So the ministry hasn't really touched on the IT sector, software development or outsourcing. Those sectors are left unregulated, untapped by the ministry. Now, on the other side, donors such as my organization, we're providing a lot of support for these companies and for the sector as in general.
On which terms? Like what terms?
I don't want to use it to promote my organization.
No, it's okay.
But
we'd like to know.
We provide a lot of services, starting from direct financial subsidies, where if
in terms of loans, investment.
Other than loans, we do a lot of loans. We do a lot of loan guarantees. We do a lot of political risk insurance. But we also do direct grants and direct financial assistance to companies, and sometimes subsidizing some of the contracts where, for example, and this is really recent, HP wanted to start an operation for them. I mean, in terms of contracts with Palestinian companies, and they were saying that the risk is too high for them in terms of uncertainty. They don't know the market and the political risk in general. So we stepped in and we're subsidizing 50% of that contract, or two contracts actually, not just one, hoping that HP, and this is the condition that we had for HP when we first started discussing with them, that the minute they feel that the ICT companies or their Palestinian counterparts, they're up to the challenge, and they're ready to take over, okay, we will pull out, and HP would take over, and they would have direct relationship with the Palestinian companies. So we're subsidizing part of that contract. We're also helping in opening markets, developing the human resources working in the sector, in the companies, promoting the companies overseas, in trade shows, conferences, developing marketing material, developing marketing plans, a lot of stuff.
You help them with that. You give them ideas, consultants. How do you do that?
We finance every activity that we do, either by 100% or 50% if we're directly helping one company. If it's just one company, we provide 50% of assistance for any project that they think of.